Wolf enough for Bobby Allen to get by and retake the lead. But the Wolf continues to persist up there in that kind of high middle groove. And now Allen has moved up a little bit on the racetrack, too. Both of them are dodging ruts. You can see that black groove starting to form here. But still, the racetrack is very slick and very rough.
And with these almost quarter-mile long straightaways, the Steve Kinser said they carry so much speed down the straightaway, it's very hard to stay down low. If you slow down on the straightaways, where you're going to lose time there, too. So everybody going into these narrow turns as hot as they can. And here is Bobby Allen and Doug Wolfgang side by side, outlaw style.
The Wolf went low in turn 3 and 4, now goes high in turn number 1 and 2, and falls back. He had the lead for just a wink there. Now he goes low again through 3 and 4 and retakes the lead. These two guys exchanging first place back and forth lap after lap. Doug Wolfgang in the 8th, Bobby Allen in the blue and white 1, down low, and Allen tries again to take the lead. Can't make it work this time, and the Wolf now gets himself about a 2-car length lead down the back straightaway and into turn number 3.
So here's Bobby Allen sucking down low. Allen's car seems to handle the ruts better than Wolfgang's. At least he isn't being jostled around inside his head.
Sammy Swindell, in the meantime, Steve, has fallen back a little bit. The race is just boiled down to these two men, 8 Doug Wolfgang and 1 Bobby Allen. Those are the men that are going to contest it here, apparently, unless somebody has a mechanical problem.
Sammy Swindell, the black 1 car, the 3rd car, they're starting to move up a little bit on Bobby Allen. It is Doug Wolfgang in the lead. Swindell flies high and loses a bit of the ground he has gained.
All right, there they go, down the back straightaway. Here's 3 front runners. Wolfgang still riding hard through the ruts, but he's worked out to about a 5-car length lead on Bobby Allen. There's Swindell down the front straight, probably 125 miles an hour. And Wolfgang leads them off, turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Still moving up, but Wolfgang, Steve, is going to start moving into slower traffic, and then who's to know what's going to happen?
Well, what may happen is it could prove to Sammy Swindell's advantage, because nobody sets up the race cars in front of him any better than Sammy does. He looks 2 and 3 cars ahead.
Now here comes the Wolf, moving in on number 69. That's Chuck Reiner, that Iron Motored automobile that we talked to a little bit earlier, and obviously working at a disadvantage. All the Outlaw cars running lightweight aluminum engines.
Absolutely, and Doug Wolfgang pitches it just a little bit high. One more time, the 8D car, and here comes Bobby Allen back again.
There you see him, 410 cubic inch, 700 horsepower alcohol-burning V8 engines, hauling these race cars down these long straightaways in elegant style. Unbelievable racing.
Well, I tell you, Sammy Swindell a moment ago just about tangled with 69, the Chuck Reiner car, as he tried to pass that last machine.
And suddenly, Bobby Allen is being challenged by Sammy Swindell. Allen into that traffic, and Swindell inching up on him. And look at that 14 and Tim Green being sandwiched between the leaders, Wolfgang and Allen, and he is lapped. Green falls back as the 2 leaders just surge through this slower traffic.
Doug Wolfgang in the 8D car, now lapping number 7, Paul Vautier, giving him a wide berth in open wheel racing when rubber meets rubber. Only bad things can happen. Wolfgang not wanting to make a mistake here. The yellow flag is out, Brock.
All right, we've got trouble in turn number 2. Steve Stembaugh, number 12, started 20th in the feature, got loose down onto the infield and is blocking part of the racetrack. So they're going to push him out, get him restarted. The feature remains under caution. Doug Wolfgang leads it. We'll be back right after this for the restart. Duran here at Williams Grove, all that German and Dutch background, Steve, and they carry a tradition that is long and honorable, believe me.
And brave men all, as a restart of the feature event is going to occur right now. And up front is Doug Wolfgang, followed by 1A, Bobby Allen.
Sammy Swindell in the 3rd spot, right behind him, Dave Blaney. And they charge off at turn number 4 to take that green, and Wolf reestablishes the lead that he had a little bit earlier. And right now, though, Steve, he's got a clear track.
But he's got a Bobby Allen just nosing around behind him, looking for any mistake. How is Steve Kinser doing? Well, look at the white 11 car. He moved all the way up from 12th to the 5th position.
In a mob scene there. Right behind him, Howard Child, Jeff Swindell in the orange 11, and Bobby Davis Jr. in the blue 10. Those guys, what a field of drivers back there in that middle of the pack, Steve.
Yeah, all of that fight is over the 5th position. But here's the fight for the lead. Bobby Allen continues to stay low. Doug Wolfgang continues to stay high. Apparently both drivers happy with those lines.
But watch the Wolf. He kind of dives low coming off turn 2 and pinches Bobby just a little bit so that he can't get that real run coming down that long back straightaway. So Allen, as you say, continues to hug the fence between turns 3 and 4 as we watch the starter signal. 2 laps remaining in this race.
Here is Bobby Allen mounting that serious challenge now, and this time the Wolf was just a bit too high. Bobby got down low, which is of course the quickest way around, and Bobby Allen now has the lead. A slick track specialist, he may hang on to it.
Boy, look at the Wolf bounce and jump through turns 3 and 4 as we've got a white flag out here, and Bobby Allen continues to hog the inside and squeezes out maybe 3 car lengths down the back straight.
And no one has to tell Doug Wolfgang there's only moments left in this race. He's got to fight with everything he's got down on the inside finally, and we have got a caution flag out.
So the field will slow and restart. This race will not finish under the yellow. The cause, well, it's Kenny Jacobs, who is stalled coming off turn number 2 with his number 29 car. He started 4th, was running up among the leaders, encountered mechanical problems. They will push him off, and that go back to a 2-lap shootout. 1 mile, 2 times around this half-mile racetrack between Allen and Wolfgang. Ought to be great.
A lot has changed since our last leaderboard. Look at Steve Kinsler. I think he is surprised even himself, Brock, moving from 12th into 5th. The first 4 there, they've remained reasonably static other than that swap back and forth for the lead. Bobby Davis Jr. rounds out the top 10 in number 10.
As we go back to the leaders, Bobby Allen and Doug Wolfgang, and I'm sure that both of them are considering their strategy on the restart. Who's going to go high? Who's going to go low? They've worked both sides of the street as this race has unfolded. Wolfgang, though, has tended to like the high side as we watch starter Bobby Watson line them up and tell them, guys, we're going to get go racing here right away. So here we go, down through turns number 1 and 2. Allen begins to quicken the pace. The Wolf moves in behind him, and we know it, Steve, it's an outlaw start on the back straightaway.
That's right, and anything can happen. Steve Kinsler in the white 11 car. Snooker Dade Blaney 17 on the restart takes 4th and is now challenging Sammy Swindell for the 3rd spot.
And here come your leaders into turn 1. Allen low, Wolfgang high. Wolfgang falters just a little bit. They head down the back straightaway. There is the 11 of Steve Kinsler in the interval between him and the 3rd place runner, Sammy Swindell, in the black 1. But here is the white flag, the last lap. Bobby Allen down low into turn 1. The Wolf up high. Pitches it sideways coming off turn number 2. Allen holds the lead down the back straightaway. But up comes turn number 3, Steve. One last chance for the Wolf.
Wolfgang gets up high there, but trying to get a drive, trying to carry more speed out of the turn. It worked for him the last lap, but not this one. Bobby Allen, the 1A car, has won the Pennsylvania Posse feature event, and I'll tell you, there's not a fan here, Brock, tonight that regrets having invested a ticket in this beauty.
Oh, what a feature race. This is classic outlaw competition. 2 of the greatest drivers in the business, nose to nose all the way. We'll be back to talk to the Wolf and to Bobby Allen right after this.
The inside in an effort to pass, and he rear ends the Alfa at almost full speed. He slides along the wall and into the tire barriers as Bobby manages to steer clear. It takes several minutes for Andretti to climb out of his Lola. Physically, he is okay, but emotionally quite shaken. Later, both Andretti...
Our attention last weekend was focused on Eldora Speedway in Ohio for the $50,000 to win Kings Royal. It was at this race 1 year ago that one of the most popular drivers in the sport, Brad Doty, received paralyzing injuries in this melee. Public appearances since then have been few, but for the first time since the crash, Brad visited a racetrack last week, Attica Raceway Park near his home in Ohio, for a benefit sponsored by the USA Sprint Car Organization.
You know, I haven't regained any movement or feeling in my legs, and it's been a year now, and it's... I've never given up hope, but, you know, they're USA and Attica's nice enough to have this benefit and decided to come out and see what's going on.
Brad's medical expenses continue, so more benefits are planned. At Eldora the night before the Kings Royal in an all-star race, one of Brad's closest friends, Kenny Jacobs. miraculously escaped injury in this flip triggered when Rick Hood's wing broke. The car catches fire after clearing the second turn wall, but after an overnight hospital stay, Jacobs is back at the track the next day.
The doctor came in this morning and did all them, checked my eyes and all that stuff, and he was just amazed because last night he didn't know anything for the last 2 weeks. And when he came in this morning, I answered every question that he asked me, and he was just amazed. And he just looked at my wife and said, well, you can get him out of here. He's all right.
24 begin the Royal. Lee Brewer is pole sitter. Bobby Davis Jr. is outside, and yes, Jacobs is in the lineup. Doug Wolfgang in white and Sammy Swindell in black get tangled up with Ed Lynch on the 9th lap. All three overturned several times, but everybody comes out okay. A few laps after the restart, Steve Kinzer catches leader Davis, and the two put on a terrific battle for the lead. Davis separates himself from Steve, and now Kinzer finds himself in a struggle for second with Rick Hood in the black number 14. At the checkered, though, it's Davis, Kinzer, Hood, Mark Kinzer, and Lee Brewer. And King Bobby celebrates the win with his court.
We've been primed up for this race for a month, and we've been winning a lot of World Outlaw races, and you know, we've been trying to win every race we start this year, and we've been running 1 and 2 all year, so we just feel real good about it. And you know, I wanted to win this race with Kenny Woodruff, and he gave me the great opportunity and a car to do it with, and I was just glad to do it with him.
2 weeks ago, Craig Arfons was killed.
It's all about rhythm, and you're starting to see.
Begins his quest for at least 650 miles an hour. Everything appears to be going well. Then suddenly, as the afterburners kick in, the nose of the bike lifts. Is the tragedy of 2 weeks ago being repeated? Can he survive this 250-mile-an-hour crash? He not only survives, but miraculously suffers no broken bones. The machine withstood impact far better than anyone hoped for.
I was going to punch it a little more and try to get a better speed through the clocks, and when I hit it, I must have folded up the landing gear.
Which then, in turn, what, lifted the nose?
Yeah, it went up. I seen the horizon go away, and I figured I'm in trouble, you know, so.
Is that what was running through your mind right there? I mean, what are the words that was running through your mind?
Well, I said, oh,
That's the first words ever.
and I hung on real tight to the handle so my arms wouldn't get out.
Well, Art will be back after the bike is fixed, possibly as